Taxation Part 1. The General Principles of Taxation. First is the definition and the concept of taxation. The power of taxation is defined as an attribute of sovereignty and emanates from necessity. So, taxation can be defined or conceptualized as a revenue-raising measure or as a power. When we say revenue-raising measure, it is the process or the means by which the sovereign, through its lawmaking body, which is the legislative department, raises income to defray the necessary expenses of government. So, taxation is the method of apportioning the cost of government among those who in some measure are privileged to enjoy its benefits and must, of course, bear its burden. So, here, taxation is a legislative act, okay, of laying a tax to raise the income in order for the government to have something to defray its necessary expenses. Meaning, ang taxation daw is the means which the government use, okay, to defray or para mabawasan or to minimize the necessary expenses, okay, of the government. As a power naman, okay, taxation refers to the inherent power of the state to demand and force contributions for public purpose. Here, it is inherent power of the state, meaning it is embedded on the existence of the state, meaning walang gobyernong mag-e-exist or there is no state, okay, kung walang taxation. Ibig sabihin, napaka-importante, okay, ng taxation or napaka-importante na may mga taxes para mabuhay ang isang gobyerno or isang country. So, also, it is an enforced contribution, meaning there is a necessity or there is a demand being enforced or kumbaga pinipilit or dapat, okay, it is necessary, it is demandable, it is enforceable, okay, upon the public to pay their part as the citizen or as a resident in the Philippines. And this collection or these taxes will be used by the government to spend it for public purpose. When we say public purpose, dapat ang nakikinabang is the public and not the private entities or private persons. Public purpose can be in different ways, such as example, mga public highways, mga public markets, mga public schools, mga ganyan. Okay? If you can see, these are for public purpose. Kasi kung mapapansin ninyo, wala tayong binabayaran pag dadaan tayo sa isang public highways. Okay? Kasi nga, we already paid this in the form of taxes. And that is our contribution being the citizens of the Philippines. Okay? So, taxation as a power is described as a destructive power. Hindi lang daw siya inherent. Inherent meaning napaka-importante or inherent meaning it is innate or it is basic, it is deep rooted. Okay? It is very essential. It is very permanent. It is organic. Okay? So, kailangan sa isang gobyerno ang taxation pag inherent power. So, pag destructive power naman, okay, it means that it refers or it interferes with the personal and property rights of the people and takes from them a portion of their property for the support of the government. Bakit destructive power? Diba pag destructive, something that is destroyed. Bakit ganun ang description ng taxation? Kasi nga po, it is an enforced contribution sa pilitan. Okay? Sa pilitan, hoy, kailangan mong magbayad ng taxes mo, sabi ng gobyerno. Hindi ka pwedeng hindi magbayad kasi pwede kang makasuhan. Okay? Pwede kang makasuhan later on kung nagtatago ka sa gobyerno at sa pilitang at intentional ang hindi mo pagbabayad sa taxes. So remember that one, okay? Taxation can be defined or conceptualized as a revenue-raising measure or as a power. Number 2, the purpose of taxation. Para saan bang taxation, okay? Ano bang purpose ng taxation? First is that it is for revenue raising. Pandagdag ng income ng gobyerno. Okay? As taxation, as means to increase the revenue of the government, of course, it is to generate funds for the state to finance the needs of the citizenry and to advance the common well. Okay? Number 2 is that, of course, there is also the non-revenue purposes. Kung may revenue purposes, meron ding non-revenue purposes or those that are special. Okay? So, accordingly, okay, the non-revenue purposes are the following. Number 1 is to promote general welfare of the people. Number 2 is strengthen anemic enterprises or provide incentives to greater production. Number 3, to protect the local industries. Okay? For what? Against foreign competition. Okay? Para daw maprotektahan yung mga local natin.